Okay, so I am going to show the results of these Varroa mites, possible Varroa mites. So I got my 3-tier magnifying system, and I have my angle light, so I can get multiple angles. Now, what happened with this one, I've never seen it this bad. My powdered sugar process didn't work as well. The coffee grinder gave out before I got to that level of consistency of powder that I like. So it was a little bigger flakes. There's little bigger chunks that I usually put in there. So yeah, that's a pile of sugar there. And so what I see is I see mold. So they're clearing out areas of comb where there was mold, and they're rebuilding that comb in those areas. So it looks like they've finished making. This side here was just thick of comb earlier on in the year. Uh, they were building out this first. They were getting this structured, number one. And what they've done is they've shifted over to the other side where I had empty frames that I put in there. Some maybe they did some comb before the last year was over, and that got some mold on it. Now they're up there because the hive is expanding, and they want more room, and so now they're expanding the space in the hive for use and for honey and whatever. So what do we got here? Well, this is the type of magnifying. The big one here, what that does is it it gets bigger the further you get away. So by doing this like that, I can get a quick overview and focus on anything particular that I think of as interest. And if I feel I need to use my three-tier magnifying glass, then I'll grab that. Well, they sure dropped a lot of their pollen off their legs on here. So what I think I'll do is I'll bring my phone over here and let you look down to see what I'm seeing. And that's what this big mirror does. It allows me to do that, so you can see what I'm seeing. Well, if I can hold this and the phone and do all that at the same time. I need one more arm. Can you lend one? Can you lend a hand? Yeah. So what I'll probably do is just angle this so you can just see the panel. I'll turn on a bright light above me. I do not see anything. I don't even see those little gnat beetles. Huh. Well, maybe there's one there. So it looks like the gnat beetles, they've taken care of the gnat beetles, or the gnat beetles have reached their cycle of this time of year, and they've bred and they've done whatever they needed to do. And oh, there's one right there. It's really struggling. It's got so much oil on it, its wings are actually hanging out from the back of its hard shell because the wings are so full of oil. Yeah, it's just dragging her wings instead of folded in. And once they get this oil on their legs and they start cleaning themselves and it goes into the wings, they're done. All right, I don't see any Varroa mites again. I think that's two or three times in a row. From hundreds of Varroa mites every panel check to 0 every panel check. It's almost weird. I don't know. You'd think they'd be coming in from somewhere. So maybe the bees when I ordered my bees, they were already infected. They already had Varroa Mite cycle on them, and I just never monitored it. I wasn't set up like this when I first got my hive. When I first ordered my bees, yeah. When I first ordered my bees, when I ordered them from California, wherever they came from, if I had this system and I put them in their hive, and I did my system where I sugar shake to see what's on my bees, my instincts are that I would have had a lot of Varroa mites on my panel the first week because my bees were infected when I got them. Because they don't say that they have to give you, when you buy your package of bees, there's no guarantees that your bees are not infected. No. They can be infected like crazy. They can be infected with all kinds of viruses. You know, you can get a box of bees that, you know, they're sick already when you got them, right? So they sometimes don't know, and we don't either. Right? They seem healthy to them at the time. They're just shipping. They're just going through the process, shaking them in a box, shaking them, you know, not really paying attention to those little details that us backyard beekeepers are watching for. Right? They're mostly into it to, you know, sell them to get the money. I understand that. I used to be a businessman. I understand that. It's all about the money, about the money, about the money, and it's all about the money. And then it's about the customer. Money first, then the customer. That's just how it works. That's business. And so I am going to ask you to please subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell. I think that I have a lot of personal information to bring to the bee community that's personalized. It's my on-the-spot educational opinion, right? Now, what is an opinion? An opinion is a claim. Should we listen to claims? No, not necessarily. I think it's most important to listen to the details, right? Listen to the fine-tuning details, like the stuff that seems to make most sense. Delete everything else, the herbal, fergal, nerble, burble, herbal stuff, right? The nonsensical. Delete stuff that doesn't seem to have the most empirical sense. I get rid of that, and I focus on just what likely makes the most sense. And if we can do that, we're going to likely have that 90% odds that we're going to be correct about whatever that is. Even physics don't matter. Paleontology, medical biology. So, yeah, just focus on the most empirical stuff and the likelihood of it. And then bounce around that as much as we can. Analyze that most empirical aspect of whatever that is, regardless of topic, and bounce around that and investigate the heck out of that. Take it all the way down the rabbit hole, as far as that rabbit hole is deep, until you get down there and you look around and go, oh, there's nothing else to see down here. Okay, I'm going to go on to a different topic. I reached the end of this rabbit hole. I can't see anything else. I can't investigate anything else. There's nowhere other turns to take. And there you go. That's what I do. I investigate every claim that I'm interested. If I'm interested in a particular topic, I go to the top of the pyramid where the true information lies. The people who write the books, the people who teach at schools and universities, and you know, that's where I get my information. And so, to me, that's the most important place to get it, because we all have an opinion, and unfortunately, if you have 10 different opinions on one exact word, you're going to get nine that are going to likely be wrong, if not all 10. So I do my own footwork when it comes to investigating something. I don't take someone's opinion as written in stone, and yes, I got to accept it because they say so. That's inappropriate. That just makes me lazy. I'll be a lazy, mentally lazy person if I just accept what everybody says. That would make me like a Borg, programmed. Hey, we're individuals, man. Free will, right? Free willy nilly. And so we think for ourselves, and we're most likely going to always have we're going to always come up with the best outcome, right? If we do our own footwork. individually from everybody else's perspectives. It's like when you paint, you learn how to paint, you get the basics, and then you do your own strokes, and then you figure out how you want to do it, and then next thing you know, those things are selling at a museum for millions of dollars. Go figure. And it's just a blot. You just blotted it. Like, how can I sell for $400 million? It's just someone blotting. Anyway, you got my point. All right, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell. Have a wonderful life. Bye now.